one again. Breaking news. Yeah.
All right, welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News this week with no Jack.
No Jack.
Hey, we got his new best friend here, Robbie.
Yeah. Man, what happened to my buddy? What'd you do to him?
He couldn't get out of going to his daughter's birthday party.
He's got PTO.
Oh,
He was trying,
his daughter's birthday
but
party.
it didn't work.
At least he's not going on a cruise.
Yeah, that hurt.
Not yet.
All right, let's thank our marketing partners here. Oh, let's see. Los Compadres, our buddy Edgar out there, our Los Compadres U-Cars out there. Thanks for Edgar for coming on board this year. Factory canopies get you a 10 by 20 tent. I think it's $16.99, fully customized, unless you need some artwork. Hit Todd Davis up, tell him we sent you. Mosquito Joe's of the Peninsula, get 50% off on your first month of service. Just mention the racetrack or the Jack Dodson's show. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Jack, man, he just loves Papa John's. He loves it. Loves it. I can't get enough of it. Tanya McAllister at NPM Marketing. Thanks, Tanya. She's helping us out with our fire suit. I know it got shipped out on Friday, so we'll get Ron's full custom suit here, hopefully in the next few days or so. Bondress Brothers Distillery, or Robert Bondrett. Been involved with the racing for a long time, been involved with the show for a long time. We appreciate Robert. Jack's got to go get us some product and not tell Eddie Clark. Slinger Speed Company, your local t-shirt shop. Hit Tim Brown up if you want some t-shirts. Langley Speedway, Bill, Chuck, and Terry, man, thanks for allowing us to do the show from here and making Langley Speedway our home. It has changed the game for us. Fast Eddie's Barbecue. Oh, Eddie was cooking this weekend. Appreciate old Eddie Clark.
Cooking hamburgers.
Yeah, he was cooking. It wasn't no barbecue, but cooking barbecue or cooking hot dogs, hamburgers, something else. I think. I didn't get any of that bacon wrapped chicken from your trailer.
Why not? You were inside the trailer.
I got
got
rushed out. I got rushed out.
You got a cookie though, didn't you?
No, I didn't know. I didn't see no good. I didn't even get that far.
I was in there for 10 minutes at least.
I didn't. It won't long enough.
That's your fault.
Yeah, you're right. PPS and Paquette Power Solutions. Oh, Keith Paquette. Talked to him this weekend and told him he owes me lunch.
Gives you lunch.
But he had some of that bacon wrapped chicken. I said, well, I got you lunch already.
Well, he's one of our sponsors, you know.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You got anything out of Keith?
Sammy might. I don't know if Sammy might have.
C. Clark Contracting since 2005. Oh, Eddie Clark. Appreciate Eddie.
Trying to get him to get on the hood. He won't do it.
Eddie?
Yeah, we got a bear this morning.
Yeah, that's it, man. I don't see why not. Ain't nothing but opportunity.
I mean, you know.
GAC, Great American Company, with Guillermo Amaya. Miles of Seamless Gutter. Appreciate everybody over at Miles, especially for putting up the money that they allow us to give away our sponsorship every year. So please go like and share their page and stuff. Frontline Performance Race Fuels, Parts and Lubrication, the hottest fuel at Langley Speedway.
That's what they
May or may not pass test.
It will pass tag.
It might win you a championship.
It has 8 times this year.
There you go.
That I know of.
I mean, you're not the only one running it.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No. Ashley Miller Media, thank her for allowing or doing some graphics for Jack. Makes Jack look good, and that's a lot of work. Last but not least, we got to make a plug for our old and dusty shirts. $25. We still got a bunch left to sell. $10 is going to go towards a charity of Jack's choice. He's already got something picked out. We cannot release that yet, but old and dusty shirt, white or black. hit me or Jack up, and we will fix you up. Jack's got a whole truckload of them. Thanks to Sammy Gator,
Says
and
it.
you. I mean, would you ever thought you guys would be this close now?
No, that's all it took was a shirt. Put his name on the shirt.
Man, the shirt, the winning. I mean, he tried to take all the credit for the wins.
Yeah.
And then when Marty put it in the newspaper,
Oh yeah, when
I mean-
when he was in the newspaper talking about it.
Was Jack's name in the article? I didn't.
oh
Yeah,
man, yeah,
yeah,
I
that-
mean, it was a. I mean, who would have thought this would have turned into that?
Really.
The
And-
first week when you told me about this.
Well, we first put the motor in. I called Adam on pit road. Well, I tried to talk to Adam every chance I get because he doesn't come talk to me. You know?
No.
So I got to go to him.
Oh, okay.
So
Fancy people like
and, you
that.
know, to see, maybe an old backup motor, old dusty backup motor in there. Well, I think that thing Jack Dodson. And next thing I know, old Dusty took off.
I mean, it's
When old Dusty left the station, everybody hopped on board and they're riding that train.
yeah, they did.
But I mean, it's a good looking shirt. It's
It is a
big
good looking
car.
shirt.
The stickers are nice. Jack owes me one.
Hey, Barb.
Jack
She said, "Hey, babe." I know she's talking to me.
Oh, yeah. Talking to Scott.
Ah.
Scott, he's telling me to get you a shirt. Talk to Scott. Scott,
Was that the other shirt? I knew there was one left.
there was one, I don't know. Jack, when I went to sign him, Jack said, I got yours, but it's already in the car. And I'm like, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Keep it right.
Yeah,
Because he still got it. He messaged me.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Victor? What's up, Eddie?
She wants to win one of the autograph ones.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Her story is true too. I mean, I don't know if you've read the stories about the giveaway.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
No, I thought that was pretty cool though. I
No,
did
her
read-
story is actually true.
Yeah, I did. I did
And-
read, but I didn't know your dad raced though.
Very brief.
Was that the only race?
3 times. That was the last one.
No, your mom raced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Mom raced, and then they separated. Dad said, "Well, I'm gonna race," and
It didn't work out as well for him.
yeah, he made the highlight reel on his 3rd race out. He made more than a highlight reel, and back in them days, things were a lot looser than they are now.
White
It's-
extra large.
It's one of my moments, I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
I had 3
But-
moments; they're all equal. So
Now, was your dad kind of a hothead?
no,
No,
he liked to
Oh, really?
like take a drink every now and then.
Where was your mom kind of a hothead? Or
No, Mom was
Where'd
kinda
you get
fun.
it from? You've been calm though here in the last few years.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old, but I don't know where I got it from, but no, she was kind of calm. But Dad liked to partake in a few, but everybody was doing it down here, and
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times we growing up. I mean, we're all from South Norfolk.
yeah.
They drive better when they got a few drinks. I don't know how many times I've heard that.
I sat in the old wooden bleachers, and I sit about where that Bojangles sign is.
They
and
had
something-
they had them on the back stretch.
They had billboards back there with the steel guardrail, and he went through it backwards.
Hmm.
Through the billboard, I mean, the car disappeared. It's just gone. So everybody's all quiet. Oh, and I see some guy coming across over the wall in a white suit, and I can see him grinning from these bleachers. I can see him smiling and laughing. I said, yeah. He got called to Joe Carver's office. And,
Oh, Joe Carver.
Yeah.
Adam, you got the news over there?
I gotta try and read Jack Chicken Scratch. Eddie Clark says he was thinking about getting on the hood, but Sammy won't put him in the car.
Well, I mean, the checks just got to be big enough.
I tell you what, Eddie Clark, and I'm telling everybody out there, we have 3 Pro 6s available for sale.
We can get Eddie in a Pro 6.
Here you go,
You
Eddie.
take your pick. We got 2 that are race ready. One of them is a
One
hot
lot.
rod.
A hot rod. Yep.
One of them's a hot rod. The other one is a good top 3 contender, and the third one is a good. You want to learn about Pro 6s and
Good
these
starter.
need to be taken apart, cleaned up, and rebuilt.
Where's the cars at?
They're in Gloucester.
Hmm.
And we got the parts to do it. There's a bunch of parts.
So Eddie can bring 2 friends.
Talk to Sammy Gator. Go look at them. Talking about posting them online here soon. got the parts, they can offer. Money talks.
It does that.
We just don't have the time. His son Aaron's taking a different path, so we don't have the time. It's hard to concentrate on one and then much less do others.
Yeah, and ain't nothing.
And all we're doing is hurting the class, keeping them in the garage. So anybody that wants to go Pro 6 racing, and that's what's going to help the class.
Yeah, and that's turnkey.
Two of them are turnkey. The third one does need work. Any parts that it needs for it, though, there's astronomical parts. There's more sway bars and springs and shocks and rims, whatever you need. Pro 6. You see me call Sling and Ink on Wood Creek Road. That's the name. That's bad. That's bad. Sling and Ink.
What you got, Adam?
All right, at Hickory, late model stock winner this week was Michael Bumgarner. In the pros, it was Kyle Campbell. Dexter Knipe won the limited, the second limited race. Kingsport, Scott Mod 4. Kingsport winner. Who was it?
What Kevin was the other guy?
They come out of the Kevin Canner
It
group.
actually was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
Who won the second race?
Kevin
Oh.
won the stock for it, didn't he?
They call them Mod 4s.
Oh,
Oh,
the other
damn,
guy.
his stepdad.
Rocky won the second
Rocky,
one.
that's right.
Dexter Lane won the late model race. At Golden Sands, Ty Majeski put a whooping on him, I heard up there. Lonesome Pine, late model winner Keith Hilton. Kyle Dudley was the other race winner. And in the Mod 4 at Lonesome Pine, it was
Kevin.
Rocky Yates. Langley, we had 7 races. The Enduro winner, Alex Floroff, that was his third in a row.
Did he start last?
No, I don't think so.
Usually he gets here like late, misses the draw. That's his
No,
third win in a row, though?
Yeah, it is.
That's my buddy.
They blew a motor in the second race this year.
Yeah.
They ain't missed one yet.
That's my buddy there, man. Good.
In the limiteds this week, it was Jacob Derrick times 2.
Jacob Derrick.
You know-
Jacob Derrick things.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean, we were just talking about, a few minutes ago how good of a race car driver he's become,
yeah.
and I didn't know if he was gonna be able to do it coming from ninth with 35 laps. 35 laps was not that many laps. I mean, it is, but it ain't.
All right.
And I didn't know for sure if he was gonna do it. Of course, the caution come out at lap 21. I was like,
He,
damn,
he
getting
was
ready to
making
get-
the move when the
Yeah.
caution came out.
And then I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to pull. I was like, damn, well, it didn't take him about 21 laps to do it. But
His mom, Brandy, said that was the first time he's ever won a twin race.
oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Never swept both before, so he's pretty fired up. In the U cars, Thomas Fontaine took old Mad Dog's car to the outhouse, got it done. Sammy Gaeta, heard of him? Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard him once before.
He won his 8th race this season.
He wanted the race, but Dad won't the show.
What was the show, Robbie?
Josh Perry and Angelo Stelling, man.
They were fun to watch.
If them two guys didn't have fun racing Saturday night,
Oh, they had more fun than
just
anybody
leave
else.
the
had.
cars at home. Them guys,
I think they went all 40 laps.
And they didn't wreck each other. And I'd give him because
They
I'm
tried a couple
gonna throw
times.
Josh
Yeah.
under the bus because normally he's good for it, right?
right?
Tried.
But I respect. He's entertaining as hell.
Yeah,
Oh, big time.
both of them.
Both
But
classes.
It was. I watched the replay and I was like, wow, because I watched Sammy go by and I seen them side by side, but I couldn't see what they were doing in the corners.
I mean,
like,
they
how
were
do they keep
crossing
doing
over each
this?
other every other lap.
And
it
they were
seemed
just crossing each other, using the bumper, and didn't destroy nothing.
like. No.
Great race, guys, man. I'm telling you.
Angelo tried one time real hard to knock shit, and that's why his shit was dragging, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he finally knocked the ductwork loose and
trying
started
to
dragging.
hit Josh so hard, but
Great
that-
race,
it was
man.
fun to watch
It was
them
good
too.
racing.
I forget who I was standing down there with, and they're like, "That's the race." right there.
That's
Like,
right. That was. He gave fans their money's worth. The ones that watched it.
Mm.
In the Pro 6, Aiden Millette is the 3rd driver to win for Tommy Spencer this year. And in the Grand Stocks, Tim Wilson got the win.
Tim drove a good race.
Tim finally got him with something.
Did you see that video that his son put out?
Yeah, Tim did.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Look, when I first seen it, I'm like, "Damn, I don't remember Tim hollering like that." And then I was like, I see the rest of it, I'm like, "Oh shit, this is
Then
fake."
you look in the corner, you can see the building. And I was like, yeah, this son's good for that.
Yeah.
Tim drove a good race.
Yeah, he did.
He kept Paul right where he wanted him, and I was just waiting for Paul to get to him,
Yeah.
and they start.
I tell you another surprise in there, and I don't know if anybody knows what happened with Nate. Had a really good car,
Oh yeah.
qualified third. I messed with him. I said, "What'd you do? Take the transponder and throw it in the floor when you went by the start finish line?"
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, well, I guess Gene walked by and says, 'Why you got the spacer plate on upside down?' He says, 'What are you talking about?' He said, 'My old one, you could put it either way.' He's like, 'Well, not that one.' So he put it the right way. He said, felt like it added 40 horsepower.
No, he had a good run. He was under Paul there at the end.
That's what he was saying.
He could have stuck it, but he did the right thing. He backed off.
That's what he said.
He backed off and let Paul. And then he tried to make it all back up, coming off 4, and kind of killed it there. But hey, this time of the year, why for one position, why tear your car off?
Right.
Let's see. Dixieland. Jason Dickerson was a limited late model winner. Joe Weiss got his, I think that's his 7th win in the sportsman class.
My buddy there.
He's pretty good.
He's got a stranglehold
That's
on
my
that
buddy.
class.
And his daughter's been doing pretty well.
Holly's done well too.
Holly's doing good too.
Yeah. Super Streets. Old Larry Jackson got him another
That's
one.
another buddy, LJ, Larry Jackson.
Cody Keith was the Super 4 winner, and Cody Carlton was the Legends winner by not a whole lot. That much.
Mason Weekly.
Mason was second. Only led 19 to 20 laps.
He's become a good little race car driver. He said he's trying
I was
to.
a distant third.
That's what he's trying
Robbie
to.
was third.
Hmm.
We don't have that on the stat sheet, but he was third.
You got to interview him after the race, didn't you?
Brian did.
Oh, Brian did. Did you work down there?
I'll be there this week
You be there this week?
and next week.
When you see Joe and Larry, tell them they're my buddy.
All right. I'll let him know
Tell them
Robbie's
we're
looking
buddies.
for you.
Larry took a while ride last week. that's for sure.
He did. He went off the backstretch into the trees.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You remember the gator ditch?
Don't park and turn 4.
Climbed out
Don't
though,
park
walked
and
away. He
turn
didn't get in the ambulance, just walked back to the infield.
He's
Larry Jackson's tough.
covered in mud, but he was, yeah.
Larry
Yeah.
Jackson's country boy tough. He's tough.
And at Sobo, Landon Hamilton swept the late model races. Brian Runstrom and Tristan Brunelli won the limited races.
Tristan, isn't it?
I heard
How
it.
many wins is that for him?
Few.
Few?
I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's more than one.
We'll find out.
I'll have to find out.
Maybe we'll find out.
We might have to ask him.
I got a sign over there. I don't know if that was the wrestling.
Yeah, when I grew up, somebody's holding that up, that meant you're in trouble.
The 4 horsemen.
4 horsemen.
And the old Dusty t-shirts are still for sale, $25 a pop. We got sizes up to 4X, I think. So we got sizes for everybody.
I'm not sure.
But they're still for sale. Carson Brown is going to Iowa to race for Jordan Anderson. So Lee Pulliam's going to race at Hickory
Oh yeah, yeah.
in the late model.
Hickory throwback. I love throwback races.
Yep. And Tristan McKee is going to race a bunch of races for Spire trucks. Starting at Richmond, I think.
Good team.
Yeah, that's another kid that kind of came through the skin on camp in the beginning.
That's all we got this week.
So, all right. I know Amy has sent me. She's this weekend. Riley's doing a toy drive for Mission Christmas and towards his charity work for a Kawiki deal. So bring a toy drive this weekend. Langley Speedway. Bring an unwrapped toy for Mission Christmas. A toy gets a raffle ticket. I'm not sure what a raffle ticket is, but bring an unused toy, new unwrapped toy. For Mission Christmas, it's all for a good cause and charity. And come see him, man. And you'll sounds like you might win a prize.
That's the hardest working mom in the biz.
Man, I'm telling you, like her media game is
Hardest working.
I don't know about hardest work. I love it. Give Amy a hard time.
Cars tour day. We're out there. She walks by, she leaves, when she comes back, she's got her arms here and got pizza boxes and stuff stacked all the way up to her chin. She's trying to walk from the parking lot all the way down as she got by her. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I gotta get these down there." I said, "No, you ain't. Get on the golf cart." What mom would do that?
A good mom. She's a mess. I like giving her a hard time. I like giving Jay a
Mom,
hard
would
time.
you do that? Would you walk all with? See, that's a hard-working mom. Moms don't get the credit they should down here.
I mean, I compliment her all the time. The media stuff she's been doing this past year, 2 years, has been lights out. I mean, so you would think that's a professional person doing their media stuff. So good job on that. I give her a hard time about it, but she's doing a heck of a job.
I'm sure she gives you a hard time back.
She does. Famously, congratulations to Casey. Casey got married. I guess she went and eloped the other day.
Oh,
Yeah. Congrats to Casey and Jeff.
wow.
Got married recently. So big news out of the Wacky Wednesday stable.
Just be to work tomorrow night and Saturday night.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a
Yeah.
job to do.
Be back to work. Honeymoon's over.
Race official. Jeff actually races, so they got to be here tomorrow.
Oh, does he?
I think they're on vacation. But
Oh, are they?
I think they'll be off.
Mm.
They'll be back next week.
Well, cool deal. All right. Well, we want to get. Oh Lord, Jack's watching now.
Jack.
Yeah, you want to get Bab? Bab, you want to come over here? You can either that way or this way.
Oh, you
Doesn't
can
matter.
sit over there. Come on down, Robbie.
I don't know.
Now, did you ever have any run-ins with Bab?
I didn't race. I've never raced with him.
No.
We've known each other most of our
I
lives.
can
though.
tell
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
I can tell you there was one night that we all from Chesapeake took some coke from Chesapeake.
It sure did.
Yeah.
Took them all back to South Norfolk one
I
night.
was gonna say, are y'all close in age?
Yeah, I think Robbie's older than me. I ain't
Are you?
quite a bit, yeah. Yeah, he's quite a bit older than me.
So now, for the people that don't know, because you've been kind of away from the sport a little bit, or at least from Langley Speedway.
Yep.
How did you get started in racing, and how'd that go?
I probably came here my first time when I was maybe 11 or 12. My family, my uncle mainly, was the chief steward here for many, many, many years.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Matter of fact, first time I walked over here, we got here late, and none of this stuff was here. Used to have a cut off telephone pole on the bottom of the front stretch here, where Pete would actually call the race.
Oh, really?
No radios, nothing like that.
Hmm.
So first race of the night, car went off, come off 4, knocked him off that telephone pole, about 30, 40 feet.
He was up that high doing it?
No. He was on a cut off telephone pole. The
Okay.
car hit the pole and
Hmm.
knocked him off of the door.
Oh, knocked him 30 or 40
Yeah,
feet.
yeah. So, they had a little scare or whatever, so he bounced up and walked to his car and got a shot of old granddaddy, or old granddad or whatever, and a lucky strike, and he went back to work. And so I've been, my family's been here, since probably the early 70s or whatever. Did a short stint working here, this is, kind of always been my home.
Hmm.
Got ran away a couple times, but other than that, I'm back.
You just can't stay away.
Well, I got drug back.
Yeah.
Now, what all have you raced?
Started out in the limited stock. Well, I started out in a enduro.
Okay.
Ran 1 or 2 enduros or whatever. That's back when we had 200 car fields out here or whatever. My first car was a limited stock. Ran 2 races or whatever. Which last year made me move up to grand stock because I have ball joints in the car that I guess I once would have.
So you were
They
cheating.
only had
Yeah.
they only had six grand stocks and 20 some limited stocks. So,
Hmm.
I guess he tapped me on the shoulder and said, just move.
Hmm.
So did a short stint with a late model car here. Figured out after talking to some people that I couldn't afford to run with these guys in the late model or whatever. Bought a modified car and spent a year rebuilding it, and was in 12, come out in 13 with a rebuilt car, brand new John Gray motor, brand new 5-star body, and we rattled off about 11 wins that year. So.
Damn, you won 11 races?
Mhm.
Did anybody else win besides Sean?
I do not think so.
I don't think it was just him and Sean.
I mean,
Yeah.
man, I'm saying that was a show
Oh,
to watch you two guys. I mean, and I don't know how much you really didn't like each other, did but didn't, that kind of thing.
Man, we weren't on each other's Christmas list, but we did. I would think we had a mutual respect for one another because neither one of us had the money to do what we were doing.
Sure.
So we kind of both went about things. We worked at what we got.
Mhm.
Made the best of what we had. Just a little bit better at that time.
Yeah, I mean, but that was fun to watch you two guys
Oh,
because there's gonna be one of the two of you,
Oh, yeah.
and I think you were the only one that could dethrone him at the time, or sort of, you know.
He was the one that figured out how to hook a big motor on.
Well,
A lot of other guys used to
I've
run big
always said
motors.
horsepower makes up for a lot of talent, so.
well, you told me that the other week.
A lot of other guys used to come out with big motors, and you hear them spinning at the start at the flag stand. Robbie figured out how to hook it up.
Well, the other thing is, like, Robbie would tear the car up, and I remember him telling me that the snout would get bent, and he'd go home with a porta power, and bend it back straight. I mean, people wouldn't even think about doing that. Like, you know what I mean? If I ain't mistaken, that car you had after a while, that thing had been bent so many times, and you had straightened it back out and put plates on it, and welded it where it had been kinked over. And if people would look at it, there's no way they thought you were winning races in that car. I mean, it was kind of, it was cool to see, and even in like some of the jokes that you and Sean would do to each other, the mouse traps,
Yeah,
and
we had some good times.
The
Not
buttercup.
some good times, but we had some good times.
yeah, the
Yeah,
buttercup.
started the buttercup. Buckle up, buttercup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did get a little out of hand, but
Did it?
we had fun with it. So
Was when you came out here that time? I mean, did you not want him to win? I mean, was it like the drive? I mean, it made both of you guys better, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Yeah. He made me better, and he when he was here, he would tell you that when I got here, he had to pick up his game.
Right.
So, like I said, we just had a mutual respect for one another, and we settled it. We settled it on the racetrack. So.
Do you have a favorite win and a favorite race?
Probably the first one of 13 on the new asphalt. I'm gonna tell you, that's the if you never felt the speed sensation at this racetrack, as flat as it is on that new asphalt. Yeah, when we won the first one, whatever, we won it going away. So we knew we had a little something there.
That was the night we all won. Me, you, and Cody.
That's right.
Me, you, and Cody. We were all three of us gone.
Well, that new asphalt had a lot of grip.
New asphalt had a lot of grip. This place,
Absolutely.
I mean, it was bad
For a while
fast.
it had, yeah.
It was bad fast.
So then, what'd you quit for a while? You took some time off.
Mm-hmm. Had to get my personal life straight a little bit or whatever. Life happens sometimes. Made a physical move to be a little closer to my mother. Took some time off. I was pretty content on not doing anything. Bought a little Legend car, to run down on the dirt down in Dixieland or whatever, just to play around with, keep my feet wet more or less. And Christy Jeffries, good friend. He's got a shop full of them, and I kept telling him, if you don't get some of these modifiers on the track, we're gonna lose the division, and the car ain't gonna be good for anything. Next thing I know, I get the phone call, get your suit and your helmet, we're gonna do this, and I'm going, oh Lord, what have I done? But we've had a good time. We're just, we're a bunch of older guys or whatever. We're just we're doing it for the right reasons, just because we wanna race, we wanna have fun. To be honest with you, last time we were here, it got a little hot, and none of us are spring chickens, so we kind of made a pact that if it's going to be over 90 degrees, we're going to have a discussion about it,
Right.
before we come. So,
Right.
It kind of, when it gets as hot as it was the last time we were here, it really takes a lot of fun out of it. So.
But you're decent the last couple of races. I mean, you've been.
Not bad. To be honest with you, we was pleasantly surprised, as well as some other people. They didn't think we'd come out of the box with a modified car with a crate motor in it to be able to run with some of the motors that are out there. But we did a little homework. Got it working good. Got a couple seconds, a third, qualified on the pole one time. So not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, when I seen the poll, I was like, oh, Bab's back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, I was as surprised as you were.
He's sweating from pushing the accelerator so hard. He's still looking for that big motor.
I was gonna say,
Waiting for that big motor to kick
I was
in.
gonna say how many horsepower is he down from that one? I'm not gonna say 300.
Right.
I'd say quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quick story. We were at Southern National,
Mhm.
helping Dean Shiflett. I'm working on the car, and then I hear this car just romping this motor. This motor just romping. I'm like, is there a monster truck on the racetrack? Turn around and look, it's Robbie. It's Robbie in the modified. I was like, my God.
Running 2 drag races a lap.
That was,
Yeah.
That was fun though. Yeah. Yeah, we turned some heads that day.
How much horsepower did you have, and what do you think you got now?
Probably now we're probably pushing 400, maybe 4 or 5, somewhere along there. Back then we were 6 plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably 200-300.
Right.
You think crate motors would help modify it?
Yes.
You think it would help the class?
Yes.
Cutting
To
the
be
engine
very
cost?
honest, what I like to see them
Good
do,
question.
and they've done it at other racetracks. You got 2 different modified fields. You got a modified with a unlimited built motor in or whatever. Then you got crate motor cars.
Right.
You have 2 winners.
Yeah.
Crate winner. Have a I'm saying it's done everywhere. I think if you did something like that, you would probably entice more of the crate cars to come out because they're scared. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, yeah.
to be honest with you, since we've done what we've done with the crate motor, I've talked to 5 or 6 people. Thomas Stinson, Thomas, get your car right. Come on.
Oh, he is. He is.
Thomas Stinson's coming back out, coming out of retirement or whatever. Got a couple other guys from Dominion that are,
Oh, really?
want to
Nice.
come and race.
That's
So,
good.
this is just a strange racetrack. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Oh,
Once
and
you,
that place
once
is
you
way
find a
different.
combination or whatever, and if you got a big motor in the car or whatever, everybody thinks it's the motor situation. And it's really not.
What is huge cost difference, right, between the crate motor and building a big motor?
Somewhat. Probably a couple $1,000. Yeah. So.
I mean, probably lasts longer, being it's not pushed to the hill.
That depends. You got somebody like me pushing a big gas pedal with them not so much.
He's like, he got no motor.
Come
The other
on.
time he only pushed it this much. Now he's got it all the way to the floor.
Yeah, he's got her down. He's used to feathering that thing. And
Yeah.
he's probably been accelerator rod in it.
Now, is that what you did before? Did you baby the throttle before, and now you're just kind of
If the car wasn't good, yes, right. But there were some times when the car was real good or whatever, I'd get in the middle of the corner and point it straight and
just wrong?
right, yeah. Say a prayer.
That's what it looked like. I mean, I don't know if you've ever sat down on the backstretch and watched like him and Sean. I mean, it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like just he got the car halfway straight and it's like, what? I mean, it was like, God dang. I mean, it's got to be a huge adrenaline
Oh, yeah.
rush.
It is. Yeah. And John Dave did me a huge favor by doing what he did.
Yeah, because he didn't build many asphalt motors.
John Bray don't build him.
And that's kind of why I went to him, because he wasn't a commodity.
Mhm.
But I knew, in the dirt world, there is no better.
Right.
And
I think the only other one I know that he built a motor for, I think he used to build Phil's motors at one time, way back.
At one time, he built a lot of motors out here.
Did he? Okay.
And this wasn't his cup of tea. So.
Yeah. Well, Robbie, I appreciate you coming out, man. It was great fun.
Yeah, if I can take a minute, I want to thank a couple people. Naturally, Chrissy Jeffries for giving me the opportunity to drive the car. Ryan at After Hours for supporting Mr. Jeffers or whatever. David Lifkin, they're up there in the shop right now putting the body on the newest car he's got. Gene Nichols for his help. The guys that come and help. Appreciate that, buddy. And hopefully if it ain't too crazy hot or whatever, be here Saturday and see what we do with him.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you back, man. It's fun. It's glad to see you back.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Thank you. It's
Friends.
good to be back.
Your
Good to be
bud-
back home.
Your buddy Randy Akers said, yeah, you were definitely not a spring chicken.
That is not up for debate.
Good
Thank
seeing
y'all.
you, bud.
Thanks,
Good
buddy.
luck Saturday.
Glad you're
man.
back, man.
Thank you.
We got
Oh,
your buddy.
who?
All right, let's see.
My buddy.
Adam's buddy. Let's play
Your
this.
buddy.
I got one.
He's got friends.
Ready to find out.
Your buddy's coming on. We got like a video call.
Well, we got somebody. I don't know who.
Hey, this is Bill Aker, driver of the 22 car for Mad Dog Motorsports, sponsored by Mosquito Joe, and you're watching Jack Dodson'S Insider Racing News.
I think that's the one he messed up on. He wanted to redo.
Yeah.
But we're gonna play the bad one. What's up, Dan? How you doing, man?
All right, man. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Oh, Larry McBride. What's up, Larry? Checking us how we're doing. So, Dan, you do flow, right?
Yeah.
So, what's your job, and how did you get started in doing flow?
Yeah. So my official title at Flow Sports is senior producer. I work on the motorsports side, which is the flow racing portion of Flow. We've got over 25 different verticals, as we call it, different sports that we do. But I'm on the racing side, which is great. As far as racing goes and TV and production and media, I'm going to date myself. I've been doing motorsports since 1998, motorsports television. I'm a Speed Vision guy. So if any of you remember Speed Vision, the original motorsports cable channel, racing's cool because racing's just cool and guys love things to go fast. But I was never really a race fan. I was a very casual viewer of all forms of motorsports. So it's kind of weird that I was pursuing a career in television, and I was working up in Connecticut, and that's where Speed Vision was headquartered in Connecticut, in Stamford, Connecticut, and the broadcast facility I worked in at the time. I was working for a different cable channel. Was Speed Vision. Speed Vision was a very new motorsports channel, and they were hiring. They needed production assistants. I was a couple years out of college, and I jumped on the chance. I said, "Yeah, I don't really know much about racing, but it sounds like it'd be a pretty cool job." And the rest is, as I say, is history. It's amazing. Once I jumped into it, and you guys know, racing, once it's in your blood, or once it's in your blood. You can't shake it. And I knew it was always there. I had a lot of family and relatives that were into motorsports, but it was one of those things that never really. It took me a little bit. It took me until my early 20s before I caught the racing bug, and you can't shake it. It's an addiction, so to speak. But so working in Speed Vision, then and Speed Vision evolved into Speed Channel, and we moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Speed Channel was it, man. That was. Think about how motorsports changed, with between Speed Vision and Speed Channel, and how it evolved and grew dramatically in the U.S. in so many different ways. And then Speed Vision unfortunately went away due to a couple of changes, due to some changes at Fox, and a lot of people moved on, including myself. I did a bunch of stuff, did some contract work, some freelance things. Wound up moving to Virginia Beach, doing something outside of motorsports for a very short stint, which was. Because, like I said, I couldn't shake it. Couldn't get enough racing, but I was still continuing to do TV production, but just up in this area. So I'm still currently in Virginia Beach, but got an opportunity to head down to Miami, Florida, and do a bunch of motorsports stuff down there. Where I was down in Miami for a couple of years. Miami's a different lifestyle for a lot of people, and maybe not the best for a family. Maybe it's just a different party environment. So. Fortunately, I was able to move back to the Virginia Beach area, and where my family really enjoyed their time here, and started doing some stuff. I was at Langley Speedway for a couple of years on weekends, helping out with their streaming when it was on NBC Sports Gold the first 2 years. It was basically right after COVID. Just because I was in the area, and I couldn't shake the racing bug. I was doing a little bit of work locally doing the Norfolk Tides baseball, directing Norfolk Admirals hockey. So I was doing a couple local things, but I still couldn't get enough of the racing. So once I got back at Langley doing the weekly stuff during the summer, it was nice to be back at the track, because once you smell the exhaust and the tires and the race fuel, it's again feeding that addiction. And as the streaming continued to grow and Flow Sports was, and has started acquiring a lot of different sports and growing. I knew of Flow Sports from, they're a big track and field entity and did a lot of streaming of track and field sports. And then once they started getting into the motorsports arena, it was an easy thing for me to. I really just reached out to them and said, hey, I'm available if you need it, so to speak. And next thing you know, it's I'm working there. So it's 5 years later. I've been at Flow for 5 years, and it's been great. I mean, it's I get to go to racetracks and create shows out of racing that I get to watch. So, I mean, in a sense, I've got, in my opinion, I think I have probably the coolest job on the planet, where I get to go to the racetrack and create a show that in a sense entertains people, and a lot of people get to watch stuff that I never get to meet. So it's really cool, and get to work with a lot of great people, get to meet a lot of spectacular athletes and race car drivers. So it's I don't know. I think I've got one of the coolest jobs on the planet. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of like everything in a nutshell. I know it's kind of a long story to get to where we are, but that's the quick summary.
No, I mean, you're living the dream, right? I mean, I totally agree. But I will say, man, Speed Vision, I mean, you're going back, right? Y'all changed the game on how motorsports and content was created. I mean, do you have like any cool stories in the background that y'all wanted to do this, and this is how we came about and it took off?
Ah, man, I mean, I'm sure that if I the thing is, how much time do you have? Type thing. I've got endless stories, and a lot of the stuff is I'd have to do a little bit of thinking on some of that stuff, but I can say that, I mean, just like anything else you do in life or in career, when you set out on a path and you have a goal you're looking to achieve, you wish it was a straight line and quick and easy to get there, but it never is. You sometimes have to pivot and change the way you do things, and in TV it's the same thing. Like, we always try stuff, and then something doesn't work, we go a different direction, and it winds up being something better. I couldn't really think of one specific incident that happened. I know there's been probably thousands of them throughout my career, but in a sense, it's always kind of like, oh, that's just the way it worked out. But it is funny though, when I do come up with some of those stories and share them with people, I get a lot of really neat reactions. So honestly, I'd love to give you a story, but they're almost kind of situational, where something would trigger a memory. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this time we did that. So when I think of something, I'll write it down, and I'll share it with you guys. We can do a little story time with Uncle Dan or something.
There you go.
Hey, weekly segment.
I love it, man. I love it. So then, what do you think that, or what is Flow doing, and what can we do better, right? I mean, I think from my standpoint or thinking is like, we need to get the younger crowd, right? We need to get younger generational people in, and I mean, I certainly think streaming is an avenue for us to get to that younger generation. I'm curious of what your thought process is of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we're doing it. I mean, I think that, gosh, this is probably gonna be a really long-winded answer, and I may ramble, so cut me off if I start going a different direction. But kind of going back to a little bit of your original question, with Speed Vision, and the cable world, in the linear world, it's appointment viewing. You have to know, like, okay, I'm going to watch this show or this race at this time on this channel. So we called it appointment viewing. There was, that was the way cable TV is, or was, and still is. As streaming continued to evolve, continue to grow and evolve, look at it now. I mean, streaming is, I don't want to say we're the new cable, but we are the new cable. And that's not just with Flow Sports, that's with all streaming platforms that give you a variety of different things, whether it be Netflix or Peacock or even NBC, ESPN, any of that type of stuff. They're just different platforms you can watch wherever you want, whenever you want. The cool thing is, as that's evolved with technology, and teams and all these outlets have embraced social media and embraced the way to connect with viewers and all ages and different generations. And I do believe that with the birth of streaming and the way it's growing and increasing in popularity and becoming, gosh, man, I don't even have cable TV anymore. I mean, I don't. Everything I have is streaming, and everything I watch is streaming, and subscription based. So we are catching that crowd and that younger generation and exposing it to them. The great thing is, with with streaming and social media, it's all technology based, and younger kids or younger generations all technology based and understand it really well, which is good because sometimes we always need a little bit of help figuring that stuff out as old guys.
Right.
But we are doing that. I mean, look at the competitors. I mean, think of the amount of younger kids that are coming into motorsports now, even especially at the local level. Look at the entry of the sound. And on top of that, we've got a lot more females entering the sport, which is great. I mean, we're growing in so many different aspects. So we're I don't want to we're bottom filling, so to speak. As drivers and generations continue to age out, we're bringing in younger generations and exposing it to them. And a lot of it has to do with the exposure of social media. Streaming has really brought all of our motorsports to a greater audiences and more light. I mean, gosh, just even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, yeah, there was racing that was streamed, but it wasn't at the level it is now. In addition to Flow, there are other motorsport streaming services and platforms. Maybe they don't have the same quantity that Flow has, but it also provides exposure to many different types of sports, different levels, different areas of the country. So I think we are grabbing that younger audience and that younger crowd and exposing it to them. I do believe that with the increase of streaming and exposure of a lot of these local tracks and smaller tracks throughout the country, or regional tracks, I do believe track attendance has increased dramatically, and that is because of the exposure that these series and tracks are getting through streaming on platforms such as Flow. Because it's not just seeing the race; it's people going, "Wait, that looks like a fun experience." Not only do I want to go watch the race, I want to go to that venue, go to that track, and experience the atmosphere. I mean, Langley is a perfect example of it. Langley is one of the best short tracks that I've been to in the country. It's clean, it's affordable. It's a very family-friendly environment. It's a great time because there's something for everybody at the track, on a race night. And so I do believe that Flow is a big part of helping to grow the sport, and that's one of the things that we do is we want to grow our sports every day, because we do have some of the underserved sports that we're continuing to build, because we can serve them better than a cable or a broadcast network service can. So with that said, I mean, I think that we are doing great things and really helping it grow with so many different ways. So again, a long answer, but I hope that. Kind of got
good, man. I love the information because I'm very curious about that. I mean, we have to get younger people into the sport, but I got a two-part question. So when you have a young racers coming along, how can they get more TV time? And then for somebody like Adam here, like how does he progress his job and move further into something like that he would want to do?
Yeah, those are great questions, and I'm not saying I'm the expert on all that, but I will try and give my best kind of Dan advice. But for the younger racers, I mean, really, it's about being available. Just like anybody else. Media is a job, and I've got a job I have to do, and of course, I've got limited time frames that I can do certain things because everything at the track is based on a schedule. And same thing with racers and things like that. And there's always limited availability to connect with a driver, or even for the driver to connect with someone on the media side. So just across all media, when drivers, at the young age, try to make themselves available and be open to, step outside of your hauler or your trailer and take time. If there's a website journalist there, or a video camera shows up, or a social media person wants to come talk to you, take the time and go meet with them, and try to be that image that you want people to see you as. So my thing is the thing that media, that a lot of media don't like, is when they go to interview somebody, or go to track down an athlete, and they get snubbed, or they have to stand there and wait and get pushed aside. It becomes a respect thing. It has to be a mutual respect. Myself on the producer side, I respect the athletes and their space and their time and their environment of what they're doing, but I also ask for the same respect on my side, for the same respect of time and atmosphere of what I'm doing. because if we all have to work hand in hand, and I need the athletes to do my job, but the athletes also need the media to help them do their job. So it works hand in hand, and a lot of people get it, and a lot of people understand that. So my advice to the young racers is make yourself available, and be understanding with media. It doesn't always work out, and if it doesn't work out time wise or schedule wise or whatever availability, just let them know, like, hey, can't do it. We'll figure out another way. The other thing is just be educated on everything that surrounds you. The more information you can share with everybody in the media world, the better. I mean, obviously you want to be smart with what you share, but just be willing and open to have conversations. That's the big thing, as I see it. And as far as like someone like Adam, I think Adam's doing a great job with his weekly pit reporting. I don't get to see the Wacky Wednesday stuff too much, just because of my schedule. But I was fortunate enough to have Adam help fill in up at Dominion Raceway earlier this year on the Cars Tour, because that's primarily what I produce throughout the race season, is this Cars Tour. And it's really we have for that series we have a dedicated team that we have throughout the season. Every once in a while there are a couple of scheduled conflicts which happened this past June, which I was able to get Adam to come fill in for James Pike when James had a conflict. And really, it's just and he did a great job. I'm not making any promises, Adam, but of course there's opportunity. There's always opportunities down the road, and I'm always looking out for ways to get you into more shows. It's really just like anything else. If that's what you want to pursue, get to the track and do your work on you and work refining what your job and your performance. Focus on that. It's just like any other sport. The more reps you need. I call it seat time, as drivers would say. You need more seat time. The more seat time you have, the more experience you have, and you'll go back and review your stuff and go back and see what you've done and say, you know what, I didn't like the way I approached that question, or the way I did that pitch or that toss. Those little things will help refine. And for people that want to get into it, look for those opportunities, whether it's doing something at your local high school, calling a sporting event at the public school level and working your way up in that, and look for opportunities in the area, whether it be something at the arena, like if there's a minor league sports team that's looking for something. There's always ways to try to find something together, and just that's how you start, and just keep at it, and don't give up, and don't pass over opportunities because you don't think it's going to benefit you. There's always a chance that something will pop up, and if you don't give it a shot, you'll never know.
That's right.
Hey, man,
You got anything else?
he's pretty smart. He knows a thing or two. No, Dan's right. It was cool to be at Dominion, and it doesn't happen without knowing him. So networking, make sure you know people.
That's for sure. It's not always what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know. Dan's a good guy to know.
I say thank you for Flow, because sometimes I have 2-3 TVs on at different tracks, and I get to watch replays during the week. Thank you for Flow.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dan, how many people view live opposed to people watch the replays or the rerun?
Man, I wish I had those numbers for you, but I can say that the live viewership is way higher than the people that go back and watch the replays in a short amount of time. I think everything we do at Flow, or 99% of what we do on Flow Racing is live. There are a couple of things that we do just record and post that you can go back and watch. But the great thing is everything we do live is an archive, and you can go back and rewatch it. So something I did a couple of years ago is available to look at on Flow Racing, and it could be over years of views. It may surpass the live viewership, but live is always the highest number for viewers.
So I gotta have a funny. You'll laugh at this. So Eddie Clark just reminded me. He's like, "Who knew Red Farmer, Scott?" And he's poking fun at me. Do you know who Red Farmer is?
I've heard the name, but
Okay, all right. Well, then I don't feel so bad. So Red Farmer is like part of the Alabama gang with Bobby Allison, Donnie Allison, that group. I think he's still racing.
He races dirt cars.
Yeah, and he's got to be close to 90.
Around 90 years old.
So we had him on the show a few years ago, and I did a little bit of research. And look, we enjoy doing this show. We don't prep. Like, this is the redneck version of a podcast, right? So I asked him why he didn't run that much asphalt, because all I could tell is read that he was right. He was doing dirt. Well, he proceeds to read me the right active that I next time he said he's going to send me a hero card so I could study the next time we interview him because he had run Daytona like 3 years straight.
That's the thing is like I've heard a lot of these names because I got into racing so late in my life. I mean, late in my life, I was in my early 20s, but I know I recognize names, but I may not know a lot of the background or history of it. That's the good and bad of what. But I mean, everything from I'd say the late 90s up till now, I'm probably almost an encyclopedia. But anything before that in racing around the world, I know some of the names that are more recognizable. But it's kind of funny how like I said, like I heard that name, I was like, I know I've heard of it, but I don't know any of his background.
Well, you made me not feel so bad because I thought you were going to say, yeah, I know who Red Farmer is. I'm like, well, then you'll get the.
He hasn't been back on the show since.
No, he hasn't been back on. But you know what? Hey, look, now we got a funny story to tell, right?
Yeah.
If there's a good laugh in it, I'm down. But Dan, we appreciate it, man. It's been great fun. I think we'd love to have you back. I think it's
100%,
interesting
man.
some of your insight on the back of that. And if Flo ever wants a podcast, man, we're here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we're like whores. We work for free.
Hey, look, I'd love to come on and talk about stuff, another time and whatever. If you give me a little bit of a heads up on a topic, I can probably do a little more research and be more prepared. But then be happy to come back on.
That goes back to the redneck show because we don't prepare. We just whatever comes to mind. It might be a dumbass question.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm good for dumbass questions because I'll probably give a really bad answer. That's but I know that I don't want to take away from any of the racing you guys have going on up at Langley this weekend. Langley is one of my favorite tracks. It's my home track. I definitely have a soft spot for it. I think it generates a lot of great racing and it's a great venue. With all that said, this weekend is Cars Tour at Hickory, the Throwback Classic, which is where I will be working on that. So if things don't work out at Langley and for whatever it may be, I hope weather doesn't not a factor there either. But feel free to check out the car show at Langley this weekend if anybody's got time. But again, I'm not trying to take away from Langley viewers either.
Right.
We have phones. We'll be at Langley and watching it at Hickory on our phones.
That's
when it
right.
fits.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, Dan, we appreciate it, man. We're definitely going to have you back, man. I think it was a lot of fun, man.
Well, thanks for having me, and I look forward to joining you guys again.
All right, buddy. Thanks,
See you,
man. See you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
I didn't click the button. No, it was pretty cool. It's a different insight, like in the background, how those things are done, and I could go on for another.
Yeah, I don't
30 minutes.
want to swallow another member of this team's head, but he did do a good job at Dominion.
Oh, for sure.
We watched the Cars Tour race.
That's why we hired. That's why we
And
got him come over here and make us
look at
up our
Adam,
game.
man. Adam's out there killing it.
We had some fun up there, man. He's so great to work with. And his daughter, Alexa, actually works with him at some race. She'll travel with him and be in the truck with him.
Dan's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's cool that they have that family aspect, and she's great to work with too.
For sure.
Yeah, I got to work with him. I think Scott was still racing when Dan was here.
Yeah, probably. I know I'd heard the name, but I don't think I've ever met him.
Yep. He was with it was Track Pass at the time when I started out here 6 or 8 years ago. So
Yeah.
great
but
guy.
man,
And now he reports to Uncle Dale, man. He's big time.
Yeah, and then man, you talking about Speed Vision going back there, man. I mean, they changed the game
Speed Vision, man. That was-
in motorsports at the time. I mean, that was game changing because we never had a whole channel, and this was just 24/7 motorsports.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
So
Now he's basically doing the same thing.
That's what we asked for. That's all we wanted. Back then, we might get it on a day,
well, I don't even-
a couple
we get
hours a
right,
day,
a couple
or
hours here or
something,
there. But man, Speed Vision was definitely.
Yeah.
I can't think of some of the announcers that they had or the shows that they had, but I'm drawing a blank. I can see him and the voice, but
Yeah. It's, man.
that every 6
Rock,
o'clock.
Rock Yates. Something like that. I don't know.
I know it was an IndyCar guy, but the one
Robert
dude.
Miller.
Yeah,
Well, Robert Miller, yeah, he
Yeah.
was definitely one. The dude with the dark hair, I can't remember his name. But there's just so many, but that was definitely changed the game, and imagine that was a cool time to be in that production at that time for sure.
And Flow Racing, can't beat it now.
No,
Flow Racing's worth every penny you pay.
for sure.
Watch something every day.
Every penny.
Well, I mean, there's just how else can we watch our racing, right? I mean, and I'm like Bill. I don't think it takes away from ticket sales. I think it
Oh.
creates people that want to come here. Like,
Oh.
oh, you see that track on flow, man? I'd want to go there and watch a race.
Well, you know, like Langley's improved the cameras,
For sure.
the better camera angles. I watch the replays to see the car at different angles that I can't see from. You know, you can't see there's so much on pit roads. You can't see it.
Correct.
So I watch the angles to see what the car is doing.
It's funny how many people do that.
When you keep doing that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you know when you're down there watching, you know, hardcore racers, you're gonna watch it from down there, not in the stands. You can watch
Right.
it from down there. Well, you can't see everything. If
No.
there's an accident other than the track, you didn't see it. What's the person? Everybody's pulling their phones out. Flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully there's a
There's
replay.
there's
Hopefully
probably at
there's
least
a replay.
50% of the people here are playing it on flow anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, you can't always, but and then like the races I missed, and then you get
Yeah.
to see.
So if you didn't come, you could watch it at least.
see
Yeah.
these young kids wherever they're going, whether it's here
And especially
or
like
these young
this
kids,
young man.
these young kids at South Boston, man. You know,
get to
they're
watch them.
everywhere. These
that
young
and their-
kids are everywhere.
Their family that's far away or not
gotta
local
watch-
can go
you
watch
gotta
it on
keep your eye
flow,
on it
right? I mean,
because-
that's a huge deal.
Despain, that was him. Dave Despain.
Dave Despain, that's who I was thinking of.
How about Daddy?
Yeah, Dave Despain. I mean, that was definitely. What's up, Basil? Basil's the best tire dude
I
around.
said that out loud.
Basil,
Yeah, we don't use positive reinforcement around here.
Basil, I'll tell Bill Mullis himself. They don't pay you enough, buddy.
No,
You deserve a raise.
I mean, he's only quit 15 years in a row.
And he quits every year, but
He's always back.
he's always back. Basil's my buddy.
Yeah, no, I love Basil.
He's
And he's
always
always trying to get the crowd
He's the
wild
number one
up.
hype man, chief hype officer at Langley Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before the green
I
flag,
didn't even know he had that much
the
energy.
Hampton Heat, he was screaming at the crowd.
Oh, well,
Jumping up and down. I mean, he was getting some air.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not Michael Jordan air, but he was
yeah,
getting some
you
air.
just don't want to be around him when he starts getting riled up at the tire machine. When he gets riled up at the tire machine, you're like, here, babe, here's a $10 tip.
Does that make him happy?
Here's a $10, $20 tip. No, but, you know, he's usually not happy till after all the tires are done and he's away from it.
Yeah, I don't think the tip situation's been going. He was saying the other day, $15, $450, 450 tires we did. I think we got $25. That's like piece. He's like, no, for everybody. I just told him to keep it.
$25 a piece.
No, that was for
No,
the three of them.
$25 for all three of them
Yeah,
for 450 tires.
yeah, the car store week.
Car store guys, y'all some tightwads, man.
Yeah. All right, well, let's have our buddy over here. Come on
TB.
over. Come on over. For people that don't know who you are, tell us who you are and how you got started in the sport.
Yeah, so I'm Tristan Brunelli. I race at South Boston at 18 Limited. Ever since I can remember, I always used to go to Southside Speedway and watch Rusty and Kyle Wood and all the six-pack racing group down there right off turn number 2, and they'd always race modifies, U-cars, anything you can think of down there. And in 2020, we bought my first Bando, and we ran, I think it was 7 or 8 races that year up at Dominion, and then in 21, we ran the full season at Dominion, and I think we ended up finishing like 7th in points or something that year. And then in 22, we introduced Langley to the schedule, and we ran the full season at Dominion and Langley in the Bando.
Oh, okay.
And we ended up finishing, I think, 7th or 8th again in points at Langley, and I think we finished 3rd or something at Dominion. So we weren't that bad that year. And then 23 was probably the best Bando year that I had personally. And we raced the full season again at Dominion and Langley, and we raced, I think it was a total like 22 races or something that year, and we ended up racing until September 9th. And September 9th, I remember it was my last Bando race that year, and I hit about 6 inches from that red gate down there in turn 1, broke my right thumb.
Oh.
It took me out the rest of the season, so I didn't race.
You know what time it
Anything
was?
else
It
that
sounds
season?
like he knew the day.
Yeah, I
6:25
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, I remember some of the highlights of my racing career, and that's definitely one of the bigger ones. And then in 24, we ran about half the season, and then I just stopped having fun in the Bandos, and Dad contacted Craig Oliver and all of them at Torp Chassis, and we found a car, and we started testing. we had to put a rear clip on it because it came crashed the way it was. So we rear clipped it, started testing, and then we went to the Thanksgiving Classic that year and we had Charger. Ended up finishing third, had about everything but the pace car, but still finished third.
So what was that like? Looks like you go from a band to a limited essentially. That's a big jump, right? And most of the kids here have kind of done that, or a couple of them. I think Jacob did Legends, but that's a big jump, right? What was it like the first time you got behind the wheel and made a couple of laps?
Yeah,
That's what they're
it
shaking his head.
was definitely different. You know, you have manual and everything you had to learn, and I ended up learning manual with my granddad's pickup truck on a
Okay.
gravel road, so that definitely helped it a bunch. And then we went up to Dominion and we had tested a bunch, and we went up there and Craig was like, this kid's not going to be good the first time, so we're going to put the wrong gear in it and just let him go run some laps.
Okay.
So we ran about 2 laps and I was just putting around trying to figure everything out. And then that third lap, I ended up coming off into one and we hit the chip like 40 feet past the flag stand. And Craig was like, well, this day's going to be a waste. Sorry, guys. So we took the car back, changed the gear, set it up right, went back up, and we ended up running some decent times. And he was like, well, we got a stock car driver, so let's take him to an actual racetrack and let's let him race. And that's when we went to the Classic, and God, we hit everything but the paper.
Well, what did you hit?
Shoot, we hit that outside wall right at the gate in practice. We hit the turn 3 wall. I mean, everything you could have possibly thought of, we hit that night. And then in 25, we were in the full season in South Boston and ended up winning one race, and we ended up finishing second in the points that year. And we were pretty good considering it was first full season in the big car and just trying to figure everything out, get a notebook. And then this year we said we're gonna throw one more shot at the limited class, and we wanted to win the championship. So we've got 2 poles so far, 4 wins, and we just had a stellar year. You know, we started off in April and we really didn't get off on the right foot. And then once May came around, we won the first race in May, and then we won at the end of May. And then once June came around, that second race in June, we had a coal go bad, and that kind of set us back in points. But right now we're second in points, so it's been a really stellar season. We've definitely turned it around from what part of an April was.
Man, I'd take them stats, start my career out any day.
Second full year in a limited at South Boston, your second point.
Yeah.
Y'all normally have what, like 20 cars?
Oh yeah, we've gotten anywhere from 25 cars, and I think we had like 15 or 16 last week. We keep tearing them up down there, and they don't keep coming back.
That's the thing about South Boston. If
Yeah,
there's a
you-
wreck, there's
Oh, yeah,
nowhere to
you
go.
know where to go.
There's nowhere to go. You do know the history that involved with South Boston. Your name could be one of them grandstands one day.
Yeah, you never know. We'll see what happens.
So you gonna run anything else besides South Boston the rest of this year, or?
So we're gonna finish the season in South Boston, and then we're gonna not run limiteds anymore. That September 12th race, the championship night, that'll be my last limited race, and then we're gonna run a few late model races in the fall. I think we're running that Ward Burton race at
Okay.
South Boston in
Dawn's Crush.
November, and then we're gonna run a few races at Southern National and a race at Florence, and just pick and choose some races. And then next year we're gonna run the full season at South Boston late model and get my feet wet in there and see what we can do.
So what initiated y'all going to the racetrack the first time? So it was like did somebody else in your family race? Did y'all always go to the racetrack and watch the races, or?
Yeah, so Dad's helped Kyle and Rusty since they started racing. Back when Kyle ran Grand Stocks, he was helping them, and they always ran at Southside. And ever since I can remember, we always
Been at the racetrack.
turn 2 grandstands every week, and we just watched all of them race. And I loved it. I had watched NASCAR all my life and seeing all the colors, and I was a good Kyle Busch fan, so I always like to have some M&Ms and get the colors off of that. And that's what really sparked me, was watching the NASCAR cars go around every Sunday. And yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 15.
15.
15.
Man, if you could turn back time,
15.
right? Yeah, like he's a seasoned vet already.
When I was 15, you had to sit in the wooden bleachers. You couldn't go
Yeah,
down
you couldn't even go in the pit.
Yeah,
couldn't
You had
go
to
in
be
the pit.
16. Yeah.
Couldn't even go in the pits.
So what was it like when you was it already known that your dad did you wanted to go racing or when did you go say, Dad, I think I want to go racing?
It kind of sparked towards 2018, 2019. 2019, I think about mid-year, I had told Dad I wanted to go racing, and we just kind of laid it off for a little while, and then end of the year, I remember, I think it was my birthday present, I ended up getting that Simpson helmet and gloves, that pack that you can get for kids, and I got that, and Dad was like, all right, if you want to race, we're gonna do it, and we threw a shot at it, and ever since then, I've loved it.
So now what was it like? I'm sure y'all were at South Boston that first practice. Or not South Boston, was it South
Dominion.
Boston? Dominion, that's
Dominion.
right. What was it like for you guys?
Nervous wreck.
He crashed a lot in the bandos.
Yeah.
So like we weren't worried about crashing because we got used to that already. I mean, we broke bones and wrecked some cars, but no. Her and I were actually not facing the track when he actually finally hit the gas. You know, 'cause it was like you heard him just kind of putting around, like he was pace lapping,
Yeah.
and he's on the backstretch, and we're staring at the basically the flag stand, just like hanging out, and all we hear is whop, and I just shook my head because I knew like this is gonna go one of two ways. I'm about to hear pop, and then it's gonna hit the wall, or he's gonna catch on. And you know, like you said, you know, Craig, we all agreed, let's just go up there and see how he does. You know, we're putting him in a big car. What's gonna happen? And,
Sure, yeah.
Man,
We all were blown away, to say
Yeah.
the least.
I'll bet.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, that's a pretty nod to you, right? When Craig says, "Hey, let's just put this other gear in there," he's not gonna get up to speed,
Right.
and then he's hitting the chip going past the flag stand. Was
Yeah.
like, well,
yeah, it was.
but it would suck for you, didn't you? You're like, what? This is all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
We ain't got a gear here we can put in.
Trick wheels off. They
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, to be honest, we saw the bando trailer, like the car barely fit in the trailer.
Oh, you got it in the bando trailer?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a 24-foot trailer, so we were able to fit like a small toolbox in the car. And Craig said, we won't need much else. He said, I'll bring a couple things just in case. But,
Oh.
you know, again, you expect to go up there. Unfortunately, it's only 50 minutes from the house,
Mhm.
probably 45 from his shop. So it was kind of like, well, I guess we know what we need to do. Let's come up here fully set up and see. Because we had no intent of racing that year. Like, I talked with Craig and I said, let's get the car ready. And Craig said, let's practice, see what he does. Talked to the motor builder, and everyone was like on the same page. We're just going to practice. Then we went to the.
Has that ever worked?
No.
I don't think that's ever worked.
No.
It's like once you get a taste of it, I mean, it's like chocolate, you know.
Yeah.
You just want to get a lot more.
That never works.
Yeah, and it was man, that first Southern Classic, it was cold too.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
always cold as hell.
I've run quite a few of
Yeah.
them, and
Fun event,
Oh,
event.
it
like
is.
GS puts
But
on,
it's
whatnot,
cold.
But it was last year was cool. The first year was cold.
in your defense, and like you said, you hit everything. Everybody else in the field probably hit everything.
Oh yeah, we ended up crashing some race cars. I think
think
we had 23 the first night and came back
Yeah.
Saturday. I'm like
15.
12 cars. I'm
Yeah,
like, yep,
that's-
we hit everything.
Yeah.
Now, did you always know that he was probably going to want to go racing? Mama
Yeah.
says yes.
It was. I mean, he grew up watching cars in the car. I can still repeat that movie verbatim. You know, so he said he grew up around racing. Spent some time when he was younger in the hospital, and it was like what we put on. Like he didn't want to watch kid stuff. He wanted to watch old races. And
Yeah.
he's pulled up old Langley races and Southside races, and he, like you said, with Kyle Wood. You know, he went back and he's found some of his original Grand Stock and modified races, and
Yeah.
then he went even further back and went to Rusty Wood and Phil Warren time up there.
Oh wow.
Oh, there,
You know,
there you
and-
go.
Yeah, so you knew he was very interested in it. He's kind of told us, you know, whether I'm driving in the future or I'm wrenching on a car. Obviously, he spends time with Craig and the team at Torp in the shop. It's not just roll out and drive. He works on them as much as he drives.
Oh really? Okay. So what do you do at the shop?
Yeah, so Craig and all the guys at Torque, they've kind of taught me all the ins and outs of the cars, and they build the cars from scratch. So, you know, we cut all metal, lathe it, and get it put together. And I've been taught how to use some of the machines and stuff and take some stuff apart. We've taken a bunch of cars apart that need clipped or gone through or whatever it might be. They've taught me about everything you can know.
All right, man, that's
good.
great, right? I mean,
You
I
can't-
wish I could have got an education like that.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I mean, that's invaluable
To be in a chassis builder shop.
because you get to learn all the ins and outs. You know what everybody's setup is. You know, everybody's like, that's what he's running.
Yeah.
I know what he's got in there.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, everybody's got something different, right?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, not everybody has.
No.
I know people from the stands think that there's just this one magic setup that's for Langley or,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Dominion or wherever, but it's not.
Yeah.
And
The
sometimes the chassis is different.
The chassis is a little different. Mainly, it's the mounting points.
Mhm.
The mounting points of everything is what's different. There's
But
certain
like
average
what
points.
you like to drive and then what he liked to drive.
Right.
Um,
Mounting points are different. Everything is.
Driver preference.
Yep.
mhm.
That's
Yeah,
what it's
some
for.
people like a little snug car. Some people like a loose car. Some
Yeah.
people like to drive a really loose car. I mean, there's just so many different parts of that. And I was talking to Mark Wirtz guys, and well, we were right.
Yeah, we're talking to Brad.
and it's talking about there's completely different setup in all three cars.
Right.
And they're all equally as fast.
Yeah.
But they're all completely different.
You think he'd win 4 this year?
I mean, going into it, I didn't think I would 4. I think I might have got 1 or 2, and then we'd see where it went from there. I never expected it to be 4. Torp and Brent and all the guys, they prepare a really fast race car every week, and to win 4 races, it definitely means a lot. And it just shows how much they know about everything. I mean, shoot, Brent used to crew chief Craig back when he ran modified, so that definitely helped, and the relationship between them, and it's definitely went a long way.
Mm. Have you had anything that's been like a big learning moment for you that you've done in the car or working on it that's been, I don't know, neat, fun?
Probably the biggest learning moment was like when we crashed in April. We ended up knocking the nose off twice. That was the worst race this year.
Well, you knocked the nose off twice in
Oh
one
yeah,
day?
it was bad. Yeah, it was.
I might
not
have watched
good.
that one on Flood.
Yeah, we ended up just learning how fast we could put everything together. We changed the nose in 40 minutes probably, just to learn how all the stuff that got crashed can be fixed so quickly.
Yeah.
Definitely was a big learning moment.
So, you're going late model next year, right? Late
Yeah.
model stock car.
Yep, that's the plan.
Triple Crown. Triple Crown. Is that in your mind already?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal.
What would be your dream racetrack to run?
Dream racetrack for me is probably to run Daytona at least once, whether it's in an ARCA car or a truck or whatever it might be. But if not, I mean, just going to work on them, it's also cool just to be on top of the box and working on them or
You're at the-
whatever the deal might be.
You're at the right age and you're doing the right things at
Yeah.
the right age to
So what's your goals for next year?
still got.
Goal for next year is just to learn the late model because I mean it's completely different and the competition's so stiff down in South Boston. I mean you got Peyton and Trevor and Landon and everyone else in that group. They're all so close. I mean you looked at qualifying last week, 2nd to 7th was within a tenth. So just trying to learn all that and then trying to be competitive at the same time. It's just gonna be very different.
Oh yeah.
I like this kid knows his stuff, right?
He does.
I mean, he knows how fast everybody
He's
is.
already watching late models.
Right.
He's doing his own thing and
So-
he's watching the late model.
So who do you go to for advice?
Mainly it's been Craig and Brent and Kyle. I mean, because they've raced all their life and they know much about it. So, I mean, just them teaching me what to do and what not to do. I mean, I've gotten taught, like, the biggest thing for me this year was restarts. I mean, we practiced restarts, I don't know how many times at the start of the year, just trying to get them down and get them to where I can be really competitive on the restarts. Like, that's the one thing that probably won me the race last week in the first race was the restart, because had we got that, it definitely would have been tough to pass Dennis. And then Andrew, he's helped me a bunch and trying to get me to learn and
And
trying to
you're
do
ready.
the right way.
No, that's a character.
That's my favorite guy to watch. I love Andrew.
Oh yeah. It's always it's always interesting, right?
I made sure I talked to him last time he was here. I made sure I talked to Andrew Gray. People don't like his style. They don't like what he does. But me, I'm old school. I love the way he does.
Well,
You
that's
keep
kind of
people
like with
entertained.
Josh out here, right? I
Yeah.
know he rubs a lot of people wrong, and he's rough. I'm gonna be nice. He's rough, but man, he's super entertaining, and he don't care.
Josh.
But he
Josh.
doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
Robbie cares.
I'm gonna tell you, no, Josh. Well, like with us, we've had no problem with Josh this year. Josh is so fun to watch because he'll come off turn two, and he'll be like looking at the infield. He's halfway down the backstretch. He's still looking at the infield,
And he ain't let off.
and somehow he gets to turn three, and the car's set to go in the corner.
Well, you know, the other week when we had him on the show, and I called him out the week before, and I didn't realize he was the one coming on the show. But they just got a set of scales.
Right? Yeah.
He just putting the car together out here running it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how the hell?
He-
I didn't know he's as fast as he is without even having any info.
He's fun to watch. Now I'll give him credit. He has calmed down a lot. He's gotten used to. He'd get here late, and then he'd just knock everybody out of the way trying to get to the front. And by the time he got there, the front end's all beat up and overeaten.
Mm-hmm.
And this year he's had a few incidents, but for a support division driver, you can't ask for something better. I mean,
No.
he's
Well,
doing
it was nice to see how him and which call it was racing this weekend.
him and Angelo. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
That was super fun to watch.
but Josh, some week he runs Grand Stock and Super Street, so he'll come here, drop a car off out there on the side of the gate, and go back get the other one.
God bless him.
He's hard.
God bless him, man. God bless
Dedicated,
him.
but
Rodney Davis, what's up, buddy? Long time, man. I'm glad
Wow.
to see you're still living.
wow.
So do you have any aspirations that we want to go further with this? As far as your dad's pocket will allow?
Yeah, yeah. Goal is to get sponsorship for next year. You know, we've been doing this without it for the past 6 years that I've been racing.
Mm-hmm.
Late models just so need money now, and it's sponsors go a long way.
For sure. And as much exposure you can get, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It's changed the way we do things. I mean, it used to be, it was all about wins. Now I think social media is just as important as,
Right.
as what you do on the racetrack,
You have to.
Yeah, like the Ram race for the seat thing's a prime example of it. You know, they only took 20% of their driving abilities, whereas they used their social media stuff for most of it. So you got to be really good on the social media side of things to be able to get that ride or do whatever comes.
No, for sure. You see, he's paying attention. We didn't do shit like that, Robbie.
No, we didn't. We didn't have social media.
Well, that's true. That's
We
true.
didn't have social media.
But
If we made the newspaper, now we were doing something back then.
I mean, it sounds like like you're doing all the right things, or you know what the right things are to do. I mean, I think you got a bright future, man. I mean, hell, you're winning 4 races in your second season. I mean, that's something to be super proud of.
Thank you.
Adam, you got anything over there?
Nope, he's doing great. He needs to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
Keep doing what you're
that's for
doing.
sure, man.
Can't wait to have him back here.
Yeah.
When we gonna get you to come back to Langley, man?
We might come back
We're
next.
partial.
Yeah, we might come run a few races here next year. We're gonna finish the South Boston season this year, but we'll definitely make a few trips here next year to get ready for the Hampton Heat if we're gonna run it.
Are you gonna try to do some traveling next year, being you're gonna run the late model?
I don't necessarily think we'll do much traveling. I think we'll run South Boston mainly, and then if the Triple Crown's an opportunity, we'll run the Triple Crown. But it just depends on where sponsorship goes and funding.
Mm-hmm. So I want to go back to the first race you won. What was it like those last 5 laps, and then being able to go to victory lane with your mom and dad? That had to be like an unforgettable. I know for y'all it had to be unforgettable moment. What was that like for you? What's going through your head those last 5 laps? I mean, it's got to be the longest 5 laps of your life, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, we had a restart. I think it was lap 12 that race, or 12 to go that race, and I restarted on the top, and everyone on the radio was like, "Yeah, you have to get a really good restart to get around these guys." And we got around them and got the lead, and then with 5 to go, you just hope for no cautions.
Man, I remember the first time. It was mini cup car out here, but the first time you win in any of those
Oh,
things,
yeah.
you know, I remember being so nervous. I mean, I felt like my leg was shaking, you know, on the gas. It's like, oh man, I never even thought I could do this, much less, you know, experience, you know, winning. And that's, I mean, you're in a tough division. You're gonna be in an even tougher division. So I mean,
Right.
it's no, no. I mean, maybe somebody could fall into one win. That's hard enough to do, but to win four,
Get lucky.
I mean,
on
obviously,
twin night or something like that.
yeah, obviously your skills, you have enough skill to do it, right?
You got to have the right people. You got good people behind you.
Yes, yeah. You can't drive a slow car fast.
Oh yeah.
Not in asphalt. In dirt, I think I think the driver is much more important.
Yeah.
Asphalt, the car has to be fast. You can't
Okay.
drive a slow car fast.
And you're building a resume for your sponsorship, so you got that's gotta be your main off season thing is to work on your sponsorship. You're building a resume. You got a hell of a resume going right now. So
Yeah. I'll do tell you a funny story that you guys know Rick Cordova?
Yeah.
Rick,
Yep.
great guy. Love Rick. When he first started racing out here, I don't even know why he told us the story because I wouldn't have told nobody. But you know, he come out here with what's the spotter on he's like the first one that started renting late models. I'm drawing a blank. He used to own Speedway Engineering. His dad did.
oh
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
Anyway,
I can't think of a name, but
well, Rick calls him out here, and they come out here to Langley for his first practice, and can't think of his name. Sends him a setup sheet and say, "Hey, put the car like this," da, da, da. Or fill out a setup sheet because he had a car, and he says, "Stagger." Well, Rick didn't know what that was, so he's like, he didn't write anything down. So he comes to racetrack, and he's like, "Rick, well, you didn't write the stagger down on the setup sheet." He's like, I don't know what stagger. He's like, stagger, the tires. What stagger are you running? He's like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, well, what do? He said, well, I come here, I grab 4 tires. I just grab 4 and I put 30 pounds in them and I put them on the car.
yeah.
I said, do what? He said, you measure them? I was like, no, I just grab 4 tires, put 30 pounds in them and put them on a race car. I was like, oh my God. And he said the first time they went to South Boston, this is during practices going on. He says, now I want you to pull down on the back stretch and stop. He's like, I pull down on the bottom, cars are going by. He's like, okay. He's like, now tell me why you're so goddamn slow. I was like, no, he did not. He's like, yes, he did.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Rick, I wouldn't have told these stories to somebody. I mean, especially the stagger story.
No.
That is hilarious.
30 pounds of air and stick them on the car.
Don't even know what the stagger is. It could have been going this way, that way. I mean, I'm sure you know what stagger is.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, he knows what
Yeah. Well, man, it was great talking to you, man. I wish you the best of luck, and man, please come back and tell us how your season's doing, maybe afterwards or next year or something, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to take a moment and thank everyone that helps me get here. I'd like to thank Brian Tanner Racing Engines. He's built us a really good motor for this season, and it's definitely shown. I got to thank Torque Chassis for giving me a very fast race car every week. BST Shocks, Hawkeye Graphics, and Buckaroo. He makes sure it's looking
Buck's the
sharp
man.
every week.
I
Yeah,
love Buck.
he's definitely man. And then Mom, Dad, Brent, Kyle, and everyone else that comes to racetrack with me.
Well, good deal, man. Well, thanks for coming. That's our show for tonight. Watch and share our shows. Even if you don't watch, just turn it on so we get some views.
Yeah, why not? It was good without Jack, wasn't it?
It was. He even had a compliment. He said, "You look good."
Oh, yeah, he complimented me. I'm really his buddy. I thought he was joking, but
I'm starting to wonder if he's feeling sick.
I don't know. I think he likes seeing that old Dusty.
He
Dusty shirts around.
He
here.
does that. He does that. All right. Well, thank you guys. We will see you guys next week. And like and share. Thank you.